Hello everyone, welcome back to another video, and today we are going to be doing some more of these mapping videos, and today we're going to be doing Japan versus Russia. So yeah, it should be pretty good. So first off we have Russia declaring war on Japan. So these colours are going to be a little bit different. So this app won't work. Hold on. I don't know if this map's the best, to be honest. And I'll brush it quick. That looks good enough. So we have Russia declaring war on Japan. Now this sort of colour would be Japanese occupied areas, or the blue side occupied areas. And this would be the red side occupied areas. Now, Russia immediately travels over and occupies one of these islands here and starts a invasion into Japan. They do surprisingly well, but after kind of slow down after a little bit and take this island up the top. Then Russia starts to call in some of its allies and wants them to help in the war against Japan. Now these two have been this isn't real, but tensions have been rising. So China, Mongolia, and Vietnam all join the war against Japan. Now you might think that Japan is on its own, but no. South Korea joins Japan. It won't. So South Korea's joined Japan, and North Korea joins Russia. That's good enough. So North Korea South Korea starts pushing to North Korea and actually takes a fair amount of land. Now they hold a stalemate, and Japan organises an attack on some bases in China. They land some key points along the coasts of China and connect them up and start moving through China. Now, China didn't expect this, so they immediately start rushing troops down to this area, and troops arrive and hold Japanese defences steady. As more countries begin to mobilise to join the war against Taiwan, end up joining on the blue side to eventually get back China where it should be, and the Philippines join. Now, this gets a little bit tough, but I'm going to show you the naval dominance of Japan quickly, or the naval dominance of the blue side. So this is the sort of naval dominance that the blue side has at the moment. So the blue side has a lot of naval dominance across the seas here, as you can see. And I'll also move on to how much the red side has. Now the red side has a lot of naval dominance sort of up here. and own half of the Japanese waters. Anyway, let's get back to what we were doing. Well, let's get back to just undo that. Let's get back to what we were doing. So, troops have stabilised and they start to push the Southern Korean armies out of North Korea and hold them steady at the border. While Japanese armies liberate the push and focus all of their attacks at the moment on China and manage to take quite a massive amount of land, so props to them. And eventually they make a stalemate I'm tired, but recorded like 3 or 4 videos today. They make a spearhead heading for Vietnam as they continue their push up towards southern China. Or northern China. Oh my god, I've got to be so tired right now. So yeah, these are the front lines. They don't look the prettiest in the world at the moment, but I'm sure they'll open up soon. And I'm going to show you the naval dominance of some of the countries. So, Japan now has lots of naval dominance across this part, and also owns North Korean areas, navy. As then we'll switch over to how much the red side has. Now the red side has a questionable. Oh, it's the wrong area. Now the red side doesn't have that much naval dominance. They have a little bit of naval dominance down here through Vietnam, and they have a lot of dominance on. They have a lot of naval dominance through Vietnam and all the Cambodia and Thailand. On Cambodia, Thailand, and through some of India, and also have naval dominance over part of the Philippines and Taiwan a little bit because they're surrounding the islands at the moment. But yeah, let's get back to what now Japan gets some ideas and lands into Russia. Now this is a sort of turning point for the red sides as they start to fail. Japan pushes their way up through Russia and makes a stalemate here as they make another spearhead heading to Mongolia. The spearhead fails and they are forced to retreat back. They keep getting very heavy artillery strikes and eventually meet up with the other spearhead and try to take over that land, but fail miserably and are sent all the way back running. But the red side armies push the spearhead back right far, but holds another stalemate and pushes the one going for Vietnam back all of the way and even regaining some of their own territory. The spearhead heading for Mongolia is broken and they start to gain more land in eastern China. Now I'm sorry if it's a bit rustly in here. I'm not in the best room to do this at the moment. I will be doing it a little bit better shortly. But yeah, so I don't like that bit. I don't want that there. Now I can't rub it out because it just does that. So we're going to have to deal with that. Now, more dominance is made and Japan starts to push Chinese armies back and back until they gain a huge amount of land. Then, going to Vietnam and make a massive spearhead all the way down to Korea and gain all that land. Now they're doing very well, and China decides to surrender over to the blue side. This is very good news for Japan as their empire is starting to grow bigger and bigger, and they push out the occupation, and North Korea surrenders to them. North Korea is drawn back up, and now North Korea is that. This is South Korea, that's North Korea, and that's China there. That is now Korea as united, and the lighter blue is Japanese owned territories. The Japanese vowed for some more territories, and what did they get? More territory. It's just the amount of territory they gained from China, and they set up their borders. They now own most part of China. Now, Manchuria is partly owned by Japan like it was in World War II, but they are still fighting Russia and Mongolia and Vietnam. But with the surrender of China, Mongolia and Vietnam sue for peace. Russia is angered by that and breaks up their relationship with Vietnam, and Mongolia collapses. They keep pushing them back, and eventually Russia surrenders over to the blue side. This is amazing news for Japan, as they just completed a war against Russia. The new borders are drawn up later, and some of the new borders look like this. The new countries are now white, including these countries who don't lose the Vietnam and what's it called? Mongolia don't lose any territory, as they did not help the invasion, just declared war on Japan. Hold on, I'm gonna sneeze. Ugh. So yeah, and now I'll be showing you the naval dominance of the countries. So, hold on. I just need to cut that in because that's going to really bug me. Now, this is sort of the naval dominance. Just got to draw that up there. Now, I'm now going to show the naval dominance of Japan. Get a little bit lighter. This is Japan's naval dominance. Now, Japan is now known as not really a superpower, but has become the Japanese Empire now, and is very happy about it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you aren't already and you are new. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.